Well, the thought has crossed my mind with two gentlemen here that Mr. Pitney and Mr. Bose, but that doesn't work right either. This is Grant Miller, Bernie Gray, and they both represent Pitney Bowes. And what's appropriate here is your product's called Volly.
Yes.
Have at it.
So, actually, Volly
yes.
is an extension of what Grant has responsibility for. Pitney Bowes has had leadership in the automated document factory space for years. Then we moved into being a multi-channel solutions provider, where we can send things physically and digitally, email, SMS, biller direct. Volly grew out of a conversation with Pitney Bowes DMT's customers, where Grant Miller's at, where they were looking at how can we accelerate paper suppression, but is still be able to serve our customers in physical form. And what became very clear with research that we initiated, working in concert with the industry, was the opportunity to create a new electronic delivery channel where instead of consumers having to log into 20 different websites a month, they could log into one place, choose the brands that they want to see, and receive their bills and statements and notices the way that they want, when, where, and how they want. But we see that as an extension of everything you see on this floor here today.
Wow.
It's just another electronic output channel.
Paper suppression. Why does that confuse me?
Well, this gets back to Pitney Bowes messaging, which is, for us, we need to be Switzerland. We have to be able to serve our customers' communication needs, and it needs to include all the channels, not just the preferred print and mail channel.
Right.
But we need to be able to do everything, regardless of how a customer wants to do it or their consumer wants to get the message.
This industry has worked and worked its hard to try to resolve some of these problems, and yet there's this apparent wall there when we get to Washington. So I ask you providers and you service people, is there a solution to this going down the road?
Well, I think as we look at it from the global perspective, that every government's different. Everyone has some different challenges.
Absolutely.
And what we're doing is we're working with our customers and their customers, and we're trying to find solutions that make that value chain, make it more efficient. So it's total delivered cost. It's how do we make the communication stream efficient and effective. So again, it gets back to whether it's the print channel, whether it's the electronic channel, whether it's mobile payments, whether it's whatever channel somebody wants to work on, we need to make them all be effective. And then with the government, we'll have to work with them. We work with them to try and get these ride-along programs so that people can do more effective marketing and things like that. And we're on the boards with them. Our customers are on the boards.
Right.
We work with them to make a unified message.
Let me ask you, Bernie, moving forward, what are your customers looking to Pitney Bowes for as far as advice and consult and looking at new pieces of equipment, let's say, coming up?
I'm going to jump on what Grant said about the direct mail, because what are they asking for? Well, they're obviously looking for more equipment to drive efficiency and effectiveness. But on the effectiveness side, what they're looking for Pitney Bowes to do to make that direct mail hum is to create insight. How do I create better insight into those consumers to make that mail piece work harder? So we're making mail work harder in how we construct the mail. We're also making work harder with the messaging you see on the envelope, right? We're providing tools to lay down color on the envelope that's personalized, and then the content inside the envelope being personalized. So it's about data, insight, campaign management, through execution, through print, in a seamless process that has 100% trackability and transparency. That's what they're looking to do, both physical and digital.
Bernie hit the nail on the head, because it's not just one solution. It's got to be the integrated solution. So there's a lot of talk about move to color, targeted and personalized messaging, all those kind of things. But the question is, what do you do with it? And how do you make that integrated messaging? So number one, the quality's there now, so people can do what they've been talking about for many years. The databases are there. The distribution channels are established. So it's just a means of coming up with a unified chief marketing officer messaging to be able to identify that here's the mail piece, here's the message I want to put on the outside, here's the campaign that I want to weave into the statement or the bill or the transaction document or the explanation of benefits. And oh, by the way, if I have to insert a check, if I have to do householding, this is how I bring it all together in one unified piece. And then again, physical, digital, you have to be able to do both or you're not in the game.
And how can I serve the customer and yet make a profit and not have to spend a lot of money at it?
Right, so I mean, people have looked at us as an efficiency play, but we're two sides of a coin. What investment can I make with you that's going to cut cost and drive revenue? I think that's what's cool, that's unique about Pitney Bowes. We have always provided solutions to cut costs, but the infrastructure we've built out in our software portfolio, our equipment portfolio, our managed services portfolio, is to do both sides of the same coin, and we're unique at that.
Do either of you think there's going to be one overall technology that's going to be reaching out into the future that's going to make some of the aspects of publishing, printing today obsolete?
So I can speak for Mr. Pitney, I'll let Mr. Bowes finish.
All right.
Well, all the studies have basically indicated the answer is no.
Okay.
Because if you look at our customer's customer, the consumer, they're in charge. And so some people, my phone, I put it away as we're recording. They're going to want things on their Droid phone, or their iPhone,
right,
or their iPad,
right,
or their laptop, or no, they're going to want to go to their mailbox and have the mail moment. Every customer segment is going to be in control of how they're going to be marketed to, communicated with, transacted, and that's the world we're in. And that world is going to be like that, at least for I know, for another 5 years. All right, so 2013, 2018, it's a multi-channel world. And the thing that our customers are asking us is, how do I optimize the customer channel mix?
Right.
That's what Pitney Bowes does, and that's what we will continue to do.
I see, great.
And I think this is the lesson learned from the retail industry about 10 years ago, which is that it's not one-dimensional. You have to have the push technologies, you have to have the pull technologies, they have to be integrated in a coherent fashion. So for example, when you look at the print stream, you can put things like QR codes on the print stream today, which can then be scanned with a smartphone. You go to either the website, the electronic channel, or you can send people to a payments engine or do whatever, and then that helps close the loop. You get better information, you validate, authenticate who those customers are, what they're buying, track it, and then you start all over again, and it's a lather, rinse, repeat. And the mechanism is, you got to be able to do all of it together and make it be consistent and unified. If you bet it all on one technology and saying that's the answer, you're going to be wrong, because just a couple years ago, everybody was saying the internet is in, or the internet is it. Now there's a gazillion smartphones out there. Right. There's 25 million iPads, and it's got to be the unified strategy around providing all those channels, and ones we don't even know about today.
And to tie in that, the internet, those iPads and iPhones, now with the GPS, what are they doing? They're driving people into the physical store, right? So it's not just interacting and selling them in that electronic channel. Sure. Electronic channel is driving people to the store because they're within proximity. Right?
Bernie, Grant, appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks for the time.
Hope the show is well for you. We've enjoyed it here at myprintresource.com. Thanks a lot.
It was fun.
Thank you.